Today, we're going to be talking about a bottle that I was very curious about from the first time I heard about it. It comes from a distillery that I don't talk about too often in my videos, but I have quite a few of their bottles. Today, we're talking about the 1792 Cognac Cask Finish. Let's get into it. Hello everyone, welcome back to Brad's Bourbon Reviews. I'm Brad, and today we're going to get into a bottle from 1792. Like I said, I don't talk about them that much in my videos because I feel like their lineup has just kind of been stagnant. Not a lot of additions. I think the last bottle I reviewed from them was the 12 year, and that was a long time ago. I do like that bottle though. When I saw these popping up around me here in Orlando, I got really curious about them because I don't typically like finishes. I have a few bottles that I do enjoy that are finishing. Most of them, to be honest with you, are from Penelope. The Rosé Cask and Valencia, Rio, and Havana were all pretty solid. This is going to be a completely different direction. I have had one or two Cognac Cask finished bourbons before. One of them was from Southern Grace Distilleries, which I was kind of indifferent on. I don't own a bottle of it. It's not my favorite, but finishing to me is either done really, really well or the finish overpowers the bourbon. In my opinion, finishing should just complement the bourbon. It shouldn't take over and be center stage. So I'm very curious to see how this one works with the 1792. So let's go ahead, get into a Glen. Let's see what we think. Speaking of conviction, I just happen to have my Conviction Glen right here. For those curious, this is a non-age stated product from 1792. It does come in at 95 proof, bourbon whiskey, finished in cognac casks. So for those who are unaware, cognac is a type of brandy. It's kind of like the way bourbon is a whiskey, cognac is a brandy. All bourbons are whiskeys, not all whiskeys are bourbon. All cognacs are brandies, not all brandies are cognacs. It has to do with where the grapes were grown and aged, so it's its own rabbit hole, but that's a little short breakdown of cognac. From what I understand, these are barrels that were from Thomas More that were just put into 1792 bottles. I don't know how true that is. I don't know if they sourced these from them. I don't know. I didn't look into it, mostly because I just like to give my opinions on whether you should buy them or not. And to me, if it's good, I don't really care where it came from. Let's give this thing a nosing and let's see how we feel. A little proofy on the nose, which shouldn't be at that low of a proof point. But it's like a weird mixture of like grapey notes and like graham cracker and char, light char, nothing like heavy smoky char, but enough. It smells really nice. It's pretty sweet on the nose too. I wish the ethanol burn wasn't quite as bad as it is, but I really like the nose otherwise. But it is a little proofy, and it shouldn't be for that low a proof. Pretty solid nose. Let's give it a mouthing. Let's see how we feel. It drinks hot too. That's kind of boring. The stuff that's interesting on the nose isn't showing up on the palate at all. It's a little spiky. For 95 proof, this drinks a lot harsher than that. But like I'm having a hard time deciphering if it's alcohol burn, because I am feeling it in my chest, or if it's like spice that I'm getting on my tongue. It's kind of a mixture of both, to be honest. It's a little spiky. This is a pretty oaky bourbon. It's definitely got that cognac taste to it. If you can't stand cognac, you are not going to like this. This is not going to win you over. But it doesn't taste as cognac-y as some of the other ones that I have had. I will say that. The Conviction one is a little more cognac forward than this is, in my opinion. But on the nose, it's there. It's just not on the palate. I don't love it. I don't hate it. It's better than like a middle-of-the-road bourbon. I can't, in good conscience, give this a 7. I think if you're a 1792 fan, it's interesting enough for you to want to maybe seek this out and try something different from them. If you are like me and you're kind of like, they're fine, I buy their stuff when I see it, and if it's available, I'm not going to seek it out, I think you can probably skip this one. That being said, if you want it for collecting purposes, I totally understand. I was a little hopeful that this would be a little bit better than this is, but it's just okay. I think I'm going to give it like a 6.8. It's on the verge of being into the 7s. If it didn't drink hot, I would probably give it like a 7 flat. There's just something about it that's like off, but not off in like it tastes bad, just off of, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I will say I've been sitting here for a few minutes and it's calming down a little bit. It's changed so much in the last 3 minutes that I'm actually going to cut here for a second and I'm going to let it sit out. I'm going to pour a little bit more in here because I'm kind of getting conflicted on my rating that I just gave it because it's changing in a good way, and I'm going to see this through. So I don't normally do this. I'm going to give it a second and come back. All right. It's been sitting here. There's almost like not enough cognac presence. It's definitely there on the nose, but it's not so much there on the palate. And I don't drink cognac regularly, or brandy for that matter. It's just not what I prefer. I use it when we make champagne cocktails. Once a year, me and Holly will have a night where we make champagne cocktails and watch Casablanca together. So that's usually the only time I drink cognac is when it's in a champagne cocktail. Casablanca is like our favorite movie. It's just a little boring. I was hoping for a little bit more of the presence of the cognac in here because I think the whiskey that they chose to finish was kind of just boring whiskey in the first place. So I'm going to leave it with a 6.8. I was hoping that it kind of turned around a little bit. The heat is still there. I had a very small sip, and then I took a larger sip, and it's still just kind of there. And it's, it's fine, but it's just not what I was hoping for. See, as I say that again, I just take a sip and I get way more cognac presence. I'm conflicted. This might be one that I have to return to at some point. But anyway, I'm going to leave it with a 6.8. I think that's fair enough for this one. I do have a theory that this would be good with a cigar. I might have to try that out later. That's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Comment down below. Let me know if you've tried this or if it's on your radar. While you're down there, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers. I'll see you guys on the next one and at the Kentucky Bourbon Festival. Until then, cheers. A big thank you to all the Patreon supporters you see on screen right now.